Hello, what's your name?
Jessica Moreau.
We'd appreciate it if you would share whatever you can about your ketamine experience for the benefit of those who might be interested in healing themselves or suggesting it to their intimates who need healing. I think the first place to start is, how did you find your intent to do it? Then we'll segue to what was your experience during the ketamine trips? And most important, what, if any, changes have happened in your being, your mind, your body, and your life since you've had these experiences with this medicine? Please go ahead.
So, after a long time of searching for methods of healing from trauma that I had carried over from my adolescence and childhood, and during that search, I found ketamine. And did some research, saw the benefits that it had, read about other people that suffered from PTSD like I do, anxiety, depression. I read a lot of case studies on veterans that it had helped, and made the decision that this would be the best avenue for me. I always fought having to take medication for the rest of my life. I always fought the notion or the idea of that. And reading and speaking to other patients, speaking to other patients about their experiences, I learned that this could be an option for me. And my intent from my first treatment was to heal and let go, which I think has been my mantra throughout my entire healing journey, is to just let go.
I'm interested in, how did you first have the first inkling of an intention? I mean, you told us the whole process of research after it,
Right.
But how did it first come to you, I want to try ketamine? What preceded that or led up to that? Do you have any sense?
I mean, just the fact that I felt like I had no hope. I was at a moment where I was offered ECT treatments. I was told that antidepressants would no longer work for me, that I was at an end. There was nothing more that could be done other than electric shock therapy.
Wow.
So I found myself at a loss for hope. And ketamine gave me hope.
How did you hear about it that it gave you hope?
By reading, by word of mouth, universal synchronicity.
You don't remember what the first time it came to you, I'm going to look into this?
Yeah, coming here as a yoga teacher, I came to Revive looking to teach yoga.
Oh, so you heard about it here first, just people
Here.
talking about it?
Just here.
Okay.
I came in one day for a meeting with other yoga instructors and other people that were going to be teaching classes here, and Christina gave me a tour, and she showed me the ketamine rooms and told me that they were looking for a nurse. Well, I had left nursing and gone to teaching PE and being the school nurse at my daughter's school, and I taught yoga there. And after the whole...
See, when you told me this episode, all of a sudden I got an energy release inside that tells me, that's it.
Yeah.
Now we can go on.
Okay.
So my feeling is that we all have this kind of let go of tension and energy release that tells us to look into something. And then we do whatever research or not, depending on what kind of mind we have.
Right.
But it's the basic impulse that precedes any intellectual search.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And it was in that moment where I started searching, where I knew, okay, this is a possibility. So I started reading and doing a lot of reading and a lot of searching. And then I met people that had had ketamine treatments as well.
Can we go on to the treatment experience now?
Sure, whenever you're ready.
No, but whenever we're ready. Who knows?
I'm
this
ready.
first? Okay, let's go.
So, I believe that each treatment has had its own theme. I've had 3 treatments so far. My intention for each treatment was just to heal and to let go, but to go through that process, whatever the process it is that I needed to go through. And to be honest with you,
Don't be honest with me.
I'm being honest with you. My last treatment, I went in wanting to manipulate my treatment, wanting to just shed whatever dark I needed to shed. And I wanted to go to those places. I wanted to go to those dark places. And the medicine said, no, this is what you're gonna do. This is what's gonna happen. And so each treatment has been giving me exactly what I need to heal, to be able to move on. Doesn't erase the trauma, doesn't erase the past, but it allows me to react differently to it.
So it's like the Rolling Stones song. You don't always get what you want, but you get what you need.
You get what you need. Exactly. Exactly. And each one, and I mean, my last treatment was 2 weeks ago, and I still feel the effects. I still can feel like my meditation has been much deeper. I feel like my intuition has just been so much more profound. I have a sense of peace that I never had before. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. So it's given me what I needed. Even though I tried to push thinking that what I needed was to cry it out or to go to some dark places to hash out my trauma. And on the contrary, it's shown me peace and love. And as you teach so well, right? That love is the driving force to healing. And ketamine taught me that I deserve it. I can attain it too. I can have that too.
Did it open up any different sense of perceiving love in you somehow open up a feeling of a greater or more
Deeper.
constant flow or anything?
Yes, especially with myself. I don't feel selfish for loving myself. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. Like, it's okay to love me and it's okay to take care of me, because I can take care of my daughters even better. And my love for my daughters, like, I see it so much more profound. Like, I'm able to love without boundaries, without those barriers that we put or that we're taught to put. They're gone.
That's so beautiful. When you said it, I just felt like a faucet of love opened wider between us. It was always there, but it just started to gush so much more. And this is my deepest understanding about ketamine that isn't in the literature yet, that it somehow stops our active inhibition of the natural flow of love in any situation.
Yeah.
And when you stop the active inhibition, then whatever is natural for you and whoever else is around you starts to happen more.
Yes.
I would like to hear some more of your story. Anything. Just because I love listening to you.
The entire experience has been life-changing. It's not, how can I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, sometimes you get out of a treatment and you can't, you know what happened, but you're not able to truly express it, because what happened in your treatment is just so profound and so amazing that sometimes it's indescribable. And so the same thing with the change. I sometimes can't even describe the difference. I'm learning a new me, or the me that I'm supposed to be. So it's new. It's new for me right now. And integration and meditation and focus all come in line with, in between each treatment, I've seen a deeper understanding of my meditation and of my other practices. So the ketamine also it helps you in the healing process. It allows you to be able to take on those things to deserve that self-care. So it's a journey that continues.
Are there any fears or negativities that came up that you had trouble at first accepting, and then later showed them to you and you realized, wow, I was avoiding that for so long?
After the last 2 treatments, during my meditation practice, I had things that I had kind of maybe not forgotten, but just kind of tucked it away. And I was able to look at these situations that I, as a child and adolescent, perceived so negative, so traumatic. I was able to look at these situations in a different light and maybe even have a certain understanding of actually what happened. Like, I'm able to look at it and go, okay, this is why this happened, and it happened this way, and I'm okay. And I'm less remembering some of these things. I was less triggered by them. I was able to recollect them, and I was able to work through the situation of dissect the situation for myself and then just move on and not allow it to depress me or to continue it wouldn't trigger me. I can speak about it. I can talk about my past and be free about it.
You've just helped me put together the understanding of why this helps with PTSD.
Yes.
Trauma is unfinished business.
Yes.
It's something that's happened that we haven't processed. And it's not that it's backlog, it's that we have actively prevented it.
Exactly.
So just as this stops our active inhibition of our love, it also stops our active inhibition of our trauma processing.
Yeah.
And it allows the memory to come up into consciousness where you cannot do anything about it. You can't push it back down because
Right.
you're just watching your mind helplessly when you're on the ketamine trip.
Right.
And it processes itself and moves on.
It moves on.
And
It moves on and no longer lingers.
Wow.
It's a memory, it's not gone. But I'm less triggered by it.
It's the suppression
Yes.
that causes the triggering and the pain.
Yeah.
If you let go of the suppression,
Yeah.
it finishes its business.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like. I still have a lot more work to do, but I feel like a lot of different situations in my life, I've been able to work through them. And again, with PTSD, I'm less triggered.
Wow. Is there anything else you feel like saying now?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
Thank you.